Bringing you your favorite new MCs, it's Dormville!
Call a medic. Niggas Steph Curry and they shooting ambidextrous.
What's going on, everybody? It's Dormville. I'm your host, Mike Hood, with my co-host,
Backstage Phantom.
and we're sitting down today with Prince Weiser. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be on the call with you guys. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good. Yo, for y'all who don't know, Prince is right out of New York, bro. This man is self-proclaimed better than Kendrick mixed with Cole, Wale, Kanye, with a 9 to 5, bro. So you know this is making bold statements out here already. So you know this nigga's coming with some heat.
Oh yeah, that's how we gotta do it, yo.
All right.
That's what's up. Yeah.
All right, yo, to jump off top, bro. A couple of days ago, you dropped that diss track to Najee, bro, and
Yeah.
I know that you already you put the part 1 of the breakdown for that out, and that's just what I want to start off with that shit first. Like, did you come up with like a battle rap scene, or was it just like that's just how you learn?
Well, I got a little bit of battle rap background, just from my younger days. I started off battling, to be honest with you, and then now in pretty much just constructing song structure and making music. It's just since evolved, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, with that particular, the whole thing pretty much just started out as a little issue that we was having on Twitter, where I had originally dropped the record, the Sam Goody record.
Right.
So I dropped the Sam Goody record, and then Homeboy was pretty much just like, because I said I'm the illest in New York dead, and he pretty much was just like, yo, you battle tested? Like, he was kind of, he's coming at me, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready for this, and that's pretty much how it started off.
Yo, with that whole, like, cause like at the end of it, so like the whole song is 5 minutes, bro. Like the whole time you just going in, just like letting this nigga have it, and then like the last like 20 seconds, like you just go and it's no beat, you just doing just battle bars and shit. Like
yeah. That's only because he said that I wasn't battle tested, and then on top of that, just like just for creativity points alone, I was just like, yo, fuck it, let's just have the most fun, and just we 5 minutes, so if I got you to listen 5 minutes into it, you know what I mean, I still got your attention, so I kind of just wanted to have a little fun with it, and kind of embarrass dude. But yeah, that whole situation started, and we was just going tit for tat with it. And at first, to be honest with you, I wasn't even gonna do it. Like, he had said a bunch of stuff. It was probably like this whole thing started around like December. So he had said a couple things, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just ignore this nigga. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then it got to the point where my man Frank Rams, he kind of instigated the whole situation, whatever. And then I looked on his page, I saw that he was still talking, and I'm just like, yo, bro, like, you still talking after all of this, and I had been dropped it. So then it just got to a point where I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just have to let dude have it, just so that everybody else knows not to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even about him. It was just about letting everyone else know. So then, it was just it was cool, lyrical competition, man. It was pretty dope. They shot 2 records my way. I shot 1 record back at them. I didn't feel the need to respond after that.
Damn. So with the whole battle rap scene, or do you go back and do you like actually go sit down and battle with people, or is it just kind of like, oh no, like I'm on records now, like that shit was for fun?
Yeah, that shit was for fun. Like, I don't even be battling like that anymore. Like, I really just I do records. I like to make people happy. I like to move people with my music. You know what I'm saying? That's all I've really been focused on. I have a battle rap background, high school and all of that. I was into that, and I even love the battle rap scene now. With URL, all of the major players and the professional guys, that's doing it at that level. Mm-hmm. But with me, like, I'm just, I just keep it music. You know what I'm saying? I love to make music. I'm in the studio as often as I can be in the studio. That's pretty much it for me, man. Like, I was peaceful with it, but homeboy came at me, I had to address it. That's how I started.
Yo, so with the whole breakdowns, are you just like how many breakdowns are you gonna do for the song? So like,
Oh yeah. Well, it's a long video. It's a longer video than the one I put up.
Right.
It's funny because my homegirl Jace, Shout out to Jay. She actually gave me an idea to do a lyrical breakdown video with a song, and I figured since the song was so long, like why not? You know what I mean? So I pretty much just span to have I wanted to span it out, so I plan to have like a clip a week.
Mm.
So right now, part 1 is out for this week, and then next week I'll have part 2, and then the following week I'll have part 3, and I'll do like different breakdowns, probably like 3 breakdowns a clip.
Yo, like out of that whole thing, what was the one bar that you were just like, damn, this nigga gonna be mad as hell when he hear this part? Like,
I was thinking the whole thing. Like,
right.
Dude, I wrote the whole thing. I was like, yeah, he gonna be pretty mad at all of this. Because to be honest with you, like, I kept niggas' attention for 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you'd be hard pressed to find any MC who can keep your attention for 5 minutes before you just cut that shit off and you're like, all right, it's time to go do something else.
Right.
Right. So my whole thing was, okay, if I can keep the people's attention for 5 minutes and really dig in deep, then my mission is accomplished. And I feel like I did that. I thought he was gonna be mad at the whole thing. I definitely thought he'd be mad at probably when I brought up Sinatra. I know Cash Sinatra. I know he was mad at me. I know Cash Sinatra was mad at me, but probably when I brought up the girl, yeah, people were up in arms over that. I brought up the girl, Jesus. Niggas was mad. They was ready to fight me and all that. It got crazy. Who else? What else? That, and I definitely knew that he'd probably be mad at me mentioning Homeboy. His homeboy that stepped in to the conversation with the big lips, the scammer dude. Yeah, I brought him up too. So yeah, it was just one of those things where, I had to cut off the head, cut off the body, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
complete dismemberment, bro.
Dismantle the whole team right there, just so that we don't never do this no more, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing, man. It's just a one and done, simple, easy enough for you to understand. If you're a rap fan, if you like to listen to music, even though you may not know the dude that I'm talking about, you still can appreciate the lyrical content and the skill level, you feel me?
Right.
So that was the whole goal from the start. Like, anybody could turn this shit on and be like, yeah, this guy's killing whoever this nigga's talking about.
Coming up in the game, who'd you look up to as a rapper?
As rappers, some of my influences now, to be honest, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love a lot of West Coast rap. Like, I study those guys a lot. I like Boogie. I like the newer guys in the West Coast rap scene. Definitely some of the older ones as well. Game. Shit, the list goes on, really. It's Game. I like Bone Thugs and Harmony. I like Smino right now. I like, it's just so many different artists that I'm really influenced by from all over. So it's just a really, really long list.
Bro,
but yeah, I fuck with West Coast rap heavy.
Bro, you said Boogie, and I went back to the line that you said. You were like, "Hey, Boogie with the hoodie, I'm Noah with the arc. I'm finna fuck the whole New York." And I was like, "Damn, this nigga coming, bro. Shit."
Yeah. A Boogie from the Bronx. So shout out to him because I'm from the Bronx. My real name is actually Noah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to go by my real name. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the Bronx that's doing their thing. And shit, I like A Boogie, but I like West Side Boogie too. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are my guys. But yeah, that 5th year record, I dropped that probably, what was that? I dropped that last year?
Yeah, it was when with Different and Black Yardigans and...
Yeah, as an EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, initially I had been working on that. No funny, I didn't put out music like 3 years before that. So I was working on that really for about 3 years, and the whole thing, I just had those records sitting there, and the whole thing was I intended for that EP to be way longer. Like, I wanted it to be an official release, but the thing was I had been holding on to the records for so long, I just decided, like, let me just put these out just to see where, like, if my audience would be able to gauge it, because people ain't hear from me in a long time, so I didn't know where that headspace was at. I didn't even know that anybody would listen to it. So I was just like, yo, let me just put this EP out, see the different responses that I get, and then from there, I kind of know where to go, like, in what direction to go.
Why were you holding on to them? Was it like you need them to be like perfect?
Yeah, I'm a super duper perfectionist. Like I'm horrible, yo. I'm horrible. To be honest with you, if it wasn't for my girlfriend, shout out to my girlfriend Amber. If it wasn't for my girlfriend, nobody would have even got records.
Damn.
Because she was the one like, yo, put it out, put it out, put it out. I'm like, nah, it's not done yet. It's gotta be perfect. Like, and she's like, nah, put it out. It's ready right now. Put it out, put it out. And then I kind of just listened to her after a while. I was like, all right, let me just put this out, see, see where people head is at on it.
And
And I got some pretty good responses. Some good things came out of it.
do you think that that's gonna help you push more music out this year?
Yes, absolutely. Because to be honest with you, I'm holding on to a lot right now that I'm like, I kind of want to keep this right here. And she's looking at me like, boy, you don't put that shit out. Stop playing.
Yo, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, yo, that's definitely what's gonna help me put out more music this year. And I'm learning from her as well. I'm like, okay, well, I could put certain things out, hold on to certain things, and it'll be received well. I just gotta know what platforms to put it on, how I'm gonna maneuver it. And then the one thing I've been stressing to everybody who does music that's in my circle or that I'm like really cool with is just, it's gonna take a team effort. Like that,
Right.
it's gonna take a team effort, and not only a team effort, it's gonna take a team budget. It's gonna take a real budget for some of these records so that when they come out, everybody can hear them and it's not one set group of people because there's so many people releasing music now. You're gonna need a solid push
Yeah.
to be able to come out from out of the dirt. You know what I mean? So as much money as you spend on recording the music is as much as you have to spend on promotion, finding a PR person, getting the packaging right, and then releasing the music.
Right.
You understand? So all of those things I've been taking into, consideration as far as just finding somebody who's willing to work with the budget that I have and possibly give me more opportunities. I've been performing a lot more than anything, just to get my networking up and start meeting new people. And my performances up until this point have been great. I've loved every single performance that I've done. My last one I had a band. It was spectacular. So, right now I'm just really focusing on the performances, getting more gigs, getting paid off the gigs, that type of thing.
Yo, and with that whole like not wanting to release everything until it's perfect and like the whole team effort. I know that there's a bar that I fuck with heavy and it's there's 200 rap projects are released every day, but I'm the illest nigga my age. And
Facts.
like that takes into account like, yo, if you go on like not that piff, but if you go on like Spinrilla and you go on like all these different websites and shit, like there's always a nigga with like, oh hey my shit's out, like oh hey my shit's out, but it's like the way that you go about it is like everyone wants to be a rapper, so you go on Twitter and you go in the comments and you go in every site. I'm like, yo, it's fucking 15 new niggas every get. I'm like, shit. Scrolling through the comments, be like, shit. I was looking for a reaction image. Fuck, like.
Yo, every day, dude, and I tell people that shit every day. Like my friend, shout out to my friend Ricketti. I know I'm name dropping everybody on this shit. Shout out to my friend Ricketti. Yeah, I tell her all the time, like, yo, listen, she's a wonderful singer. She's a wonderful artist. She's a great artist. And I say, yo, Ricketti, like, there's a new R&B nigga or a new R&B chick every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like every day. So we really, if we want to push you out and really give you the push that you need and really give you the attention that you need, like it's gonna cost that budget. You have to get that budget money together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I tell people that shit every day. Right now, that's where it's at because I could be the nicest MC, but in order for me to be the nicest MC that everybody knows, I have to get out there somehow, and that's gonna take a little bit of paper. You know what I'm saying?
And then just like now to jump back in, or jump into the music and the EP that you dropped on Fifth Year, you say you came to check the OGs that let these niggas in the game, and I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah. I had to. It's so much crazy shit going on, man. It's like everybody. It's like the fans could rap now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you hear, like to me, rapping used to be, to me, in order to be an artist, you had to have some kind of talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and now you don't necessarily need that. Like now you could just look at somebody else, see whatever it is that they doing, copy that, and be like, hey, I could do that too. I could do that better. Whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
You got a microphone, you could be an artist. You know what I'm saying? So, it falls more on the generation before us and the previous generation because I feel like they kind of dropped the ball.
So do you think it was like, because I know like at this point in hip hop, a lot of people are talking about how it's like you have Wayne, T.I., and then the rest of them, like I get not like the dads right now, but they're their own generation. And then it was just kind of like this kind of, when they all went to jail, then everybody was kind of like, what do we do? And then you had Cole and Kendrick came out, and then everybody was like, okay, but it was just them two alone. Because like they had Wale come in with them, and then they had like
and they had Big Sean, and they had
Sean. But I mean, like at this point, no one's really saying his name, and then he went like that poppy route, and so it's just kind of like,
Sean kind of went crazy.
And so it's Sean like you had two of them, and then Wale never got. I want to say he never got the proper shine that he deserved, because I'm like, yo, this nigga fucking is nasty, like.
Yo, Wale just released the tape, and that shit was fire.
Like, because like he puts out constant music, but nobody's listening to it. Or if you are listening to it, it's not like it's enough to keep him afloat, but it's not enough to like keep him in the conversation, I should say.
Yeah. I completely I agree. What I would say is. Pretty much like with the older generation of dudes, like all of those guys that you mentioned, like T.I., Wayne, all of those guys, they didn't do their due diligence in order to win their own shit back. And what I mean by that is pretty much these guys should be owners by now.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Like these guys should, you know what I'm saying? They should have some kind of control over their music, especially as black people. It's just like, yo, dude, we invented this shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should have complete ownership. Y'all should be signing acts of your own. Y'all should have an infrastructure of your own in order to build up new, fresh talent. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the fact that they don't have it right now is crazy.
And I mean, like,
so that's what I mean by them just dropping the ball.
And I mean, like, with that, Wayne finally got Young Money from Birdman and all of that. And it's like, but he doesn't, I don't want to say he doesn't care, but he's not as proactive as he used to be. Because it's like, whenever he came out, like, whenever he got out of jail and everything, and then he was like putting Nicki and Drake on, and then he decided, okay, I'm going to get Lil Chucky and I'm going to get Twist. And then he decided to work with Tyga a little bit. And then, like, all of that effort just like stopped. And it's just like at this point, Young Money only has two powerhouses, and everybody else is just kind of like, oh, I'm signed to Young Money.
Exactly. You gotta stay consistent with that type of thing. That's why I could respect the TDE or Dreamville. You gotta have some kind of strong infrastructure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And with that, like, because like right now it sounds like you like work heavily with like a lot of people that's like in your sector and like in your borough and whatnot. And so like, do y'all work as a conglomerate, or do y'all just kind of work as like, I see you, you see me, let's work together?
To be honest, I wish it was like that. It's not like that. You know what I mean? To be honest, I live in New York City, and this is the hardest place to try to come up.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be trying to come up on your own, because don't nobody want to see the next man win like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wish it was like that. I see a lot of people that, I went to school with they still doing the rapping thing. Real dope artists. You know what I'm saying? I could name them. I'm not going to name them because they never named me, and that's the point. Like, they all know about me, you understand?
Right.
But they don't want to get on records. They don't want to – it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nothing. So there's no collaboration process going on. There's no, I'm shouting this dude out from my city. There's just a lot of hate going on. And that's pretty much the shit. That's how the Me and Nas shit started. Because he was just hating on my record. You see how quick it is for somebody else to just be like, oh yeah, this nigga ain't the nicest. Like, to be like, first of all, let's just get one thing straight. If you're an artist and you don't feel like you're the nicest, you fucking failing.
Right. That's a fact.
Point blank, period. So it was just so easy for him to take that and be like, oh yeah, how you gonna say you the nicest? Like, it's like the audacity of this nigga. You feel me? Like, it's like, oh, come on, bro. Like, Why you got something negative to say? First of all, you should feel like that, but it just lets me know that he don't feel that way about himself, which is why he has some kind of problem with me saying it. You did,
Right.
but it's just one of those things. It's like we should be more supportive of each other, and we're not. You know, I see a lot of these same people at every different venue. I done been to every different venue you could think of and seen the same circle of people. We still ain't worked together. Nobody hitting nobody up on the phone. Then, oh, I know you. Shit, you got to talk to managers, and it's a bunch of bullshit.
Does that kind of thing make you want to, say, move locations, like to a place like, say, Atlanta, where I hear they're a lot more collaborative and stuff like that and supportive?
Oh, hell yeah. I think about that every day. Shit, that's actually the plan. To be honest with you, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna stay in New York much too long. I done did everything that there is to do here, short of performing at SOBs, and I kind of don't even want to do that because they done sold out. So it's just like, all right, well, bye. You know. But yeah, man, it's just like that's where we fail. Because everybody else is a little bit more cooperative with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And they already know that this is a mutual benefit thing. It's like, yo, if I can collaborate with you, you can collaborate with me. One of us gets on, it's one hand watch the other. It's genuinely one hand watch the other, and we just don't have that here. It's too much of a crab in the barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying? And then and you know what kills me though? Like I could work with it if it was a crab in a barrel mentality and everybody was dope, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all niggas not even that dope like that. Like you feel me? It's just craziness.
Do you think that like you? Now I don't want to say you yourself because I mean like this shit would take a team, but like say you and then you grab 15, 16 other people and y'all decide like, you know what, fuck it, like we're gonna shut this shit down, like, and like 3 of y'all are artists and the rest of y'all are just like promoters and the rest of y'all are like videographers and like people of that nature. Do you think that y'all could shut that down?
That would absolutely work. But you go ahead and try to find the 16 people because I can't find them.
Yo, bro, I can only do so much, bro. Yeah,
that shit would work.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, it's just so hard, man. I'm telling you. I tried to do something like that. Shit, even in my Instagram, like I have an Instagram kind of group conversation set up, and it's literally like 3-4 artists and mad video people. Like I literally tried to do exactly what you just told. You feel me? But hey, listen, good luck.
Yeah. What city would you like? Because I know like we've talked to people from Atlanta and they're all like they it's nothing but love. It seems like it's nothing but love down there. And then Tennessee has a pretty nice rap scene too. But where would you decide to move?
Shit. I was thinking like Atlanta, either Atlanta or me and my girls think about moving down to the Carolinas somewhere. We haven't decided yet, but definitely going over that way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely moving over that way. I feel like my music would be a little bit more well received there. And I feel like I could really touch base with some artists and get some things cooking in some studios somewhere and then just be living better all together, all at the same time. So just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So,
right.
We still contemplating. Where you guys at?
We're in like right outside of Dallas.
Dallas is lit.
Yo. Because I mean, like the guy, yo, I didn't even think about this, but like, one of the interviews that we did last season was with John Doe, and he just jumped on a tape, and it was 6 on Greenhouse. It was like 6 people.
Yeah.
I think it's
okay,
and it's like all of them. I think they all use like the same agency. They all like just know each other just by hanging around and rapping in Dallas, just going to shows and shit. And they just made a tape, and that shit's heat. It's Greenhouse.
Oh, that's
the
dope.
Greenhouse EP. But like, it's like it's mad. Like I don't know how it's like not love because it's like I see you doing your shit, like you see me doing my shit, and so it's like.
Yeah,
because I know like for us, we've talked to other podcasts and been like, all right, yo, you trying to let us come on, or y'all trying to let us like, or y'all want to come on our show? You like, what do we need to do? And I mean, like some people don't even get back to us, and then some people just kind of like string it along, like, oh yeah, keep working. I'm like, all right,
yeah, I get a lot of that here too.
But I mean, like now that we live in, I guess, the age of the internet, do you think that location is still a big part of music, or is it just like finding the right outlets to put your stuff on the internet?
I think location is still a big part, even though even though we do have the internet, but like I said before, the internet is a sea. Like it's a sea of information.
Right.
It's a sea of everything. Like how how difficult it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like theoretically, how difficult it is. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, it's like everybody's on the internet, so I still feel like word of mouth is still one of the more powerful methods of promoting your records. So I feel like although the internet has made things easily accessible, like you can go on there and literally go on to anybody's SoundCloud or anybody's Audio Mac or anybody's Spotify or Apple Music and find some dope shit. It's hard because you don't even know what the dope shit is. Like you don't even know what you're looking for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it has to be put in front of you in some way, shape, or form in order for you to type my name into Spotify and be like, oh yeah, this guy has dope music. So, it's really tough.
In one of your recent tweets, you said, "Let the future greats be great and stop talking about how it used to be." So, do you want to elaborate more on that tweet? And also, I want to ask you what. Well, I want to ask you, what's your take on old heads? Do you think that they're toxic to the progression of hip hop, or like, are they just trying to salvage it?
Yeah, I said that like a couple hours ago. Nah, what I meant was, and pretty much I was referring to just us in New York, like even the younger guys. I wasn't even talking about the older guys, like the younger guys, like y'all be harping on what's on the radio, like, oh man, hip hop today is so trash. We only got Cardi B, and it's like, yo, bro, like there's so much else out there, but nobody's willing to look. You understand?
Right.
And there's so much greatness right there in front of you. Like, I'm great. All of my niggas are great. You feel me? Like anybody I know, I could put you on 18 different dope artists that do exactly what you're looking for right now. You're not gonna fucking listen because they don't have the numbers or whatever the case is, but they're all great.
I mean, we'll take them.
You know
Look, pause. We'll take them.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I meant. Is like, yo, just let the future greats be great and stop harping on the shit that's already out because one, they don't know you, and two, you already complaining about how you don't like it. So just invest your time and energy into the things that you like. That's literally you know what I'm saying? That's the synopsis. Like, just invest your time and energy into the things that you like and the people that you like. And if you got a homie that raps, go out there and support him. If he's good. I'm not saying you gotta support everything. But if he's dope, he's legitimately dope as your homie, you go out there, support him, buy some merchandise. All that shit counts. All that shit matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to be talking about each other like we the new Beyonce, or in your case, we got to talk about each other like you the new Ebro. You feel me? Like,
Right.
I got to reach out to y'all and start talking about y'all like y'all the new Ebro. Like, yo, this podcast is the shit. They better than Jesus and Mero. Well, I gotta hype it up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you haven't reached that level yet, that's the only way in you will obtain that level. I think somebody said, look at a man not as who he is now, right? But look at him for what he will become.
And
you know what I'm saying?
With that mentality, yo, like, not how, like, who would you impart that to, and like overall the most? Like, would you go and tell that to like all these like young cats that are still in high school that are like, yo, I guess I kind of want to rap, I guess I want to produce, or is it like just fuck everybody needs to hear this shit? Because honestly, like that shit's dope. Like that shit's real.
Everybody needs to hear it. That's a message for everybody, young, old, more shit. Even probably I would say more so for the older generation, because like I said, they dropped the ball. You gotta let the younger guys be the great. You gotta let them be as good.
Right.
And I don't feel like we giving them a chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think younger people are giving it a chance. I don't think older people are giving it a chance. It's just a general message. Like, invest in the people. One, invest in the people that invest in you. And two, invest in the people and look at them for who they will become, not who they are now.
Yeah.
The circumstances that's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you are today, you might not be tomorrow.
Right.
It might be a whole different thing. Like, you might pop tomorrow, and you know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about no motherfucking other podcasts. We just talk about Dormville.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But wait, like kind of like this is kind of a jump back. But you were talking about old heads and not owning their own shit and like having and like now we're talking about potential and where you're gonna be tomorrow. So for you, tomorrow is tomorrow the I want my own studio, I want my own label, I want to be a part of this label, I want to own a part of this. I like what is tomorrow for you?
Yeah, like I'm 100% independent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one of the things that I wanted to do was own my own label. I wanted to start up an independent label. I will always be behind a motherfucker just trying to create. You know what I'm saying? Like I will never be against that. So, you know, tomorrow for me is just like doing what I'm doing now. Like I'm having the time of my life making these records. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of fun doing music. Right now, I'm performing. You know, I'm not the highest level. I ain't got gigs every day, but when I do have a gig, I seize the opportunity. I give you a Kendrick level performance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For way lower than what you would have paid to go see Kendrick.
Exactly, right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do that whether it's 5 people in the audience, and I do it if it's 500 people in the audience, just because that's something I love doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, tomorrow is just increasing and improving on what it is that I'm doing today.
To jump back to a different to the topic that we had previously. Do you feel like some old heads who do invest in new rappers are going about it the wrong way? Like, say, like they do their best to sound just like the new wave of hip hop, like say with Kanye Lil Pump's record.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will say so. It depends on who's doing it and what it is. Like Kanye, yeah, he doing it all wrong. We already know. Like that's not how you do shit. But Drake, on the other hand, he's doing it kind of the right way, right?
Yeah.
Like you can look at both Kanye and Drake and see that Drake is a little bit more in tune with what's going on right now, as opposed to Kanye, who may not be in tune and is just collaborating with any motherfucker under the sun that wants to rap.
Right.
Yeah. It's desperation at this point. And you can see that he's actually copying Drake because Drake is a little bit more in tune. Like I said, he's a little bit more in tune with what's going on. Like he knows the new hot rapper as soon as they pop, or if they got a popping record, he knows how to kind of collaborate with them just to give them that little extra boost, still stay relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's doing all of these things and hitting home.
You think it's
so? It just depends. You know, it just depends on like who's doing it and what it is that you're doing and what your intentions are.
You think it's like for me? I know like we always put like whenever we do hypotheticals and shit like that, it's always like Drake is one of the names that we throw out there a lot. And do you think it's more so like Drake's team? Because I feel like in my personal opinion, I feel like Drake's team is fucking phenomenal. Drake himself is like he's an alright nigga, but like if you took that entire team, if you took probably like 40, you take whoever like is part of his like promo and management and PR team, if you took all of them away, like there's no fucking way that he would be anywhere. You know what I mean?
No, of course. I completely I agree. I agree, but that's the thing. Like I said before, your team that shit is important. That shit is important. It just is. You're absolutely right.
All right, and then jumping back into the music, back into the EP, really, the song "Different." That was my shit. What was?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What was the inspiration for it? Because the part that brought me into the song the most was like when you get to the chorus and you're yelling different. Like I'm like, yeah, nigga, like yeah, shit's different, man. Like I feel that. Like we were different. Yeah. Like we ain't have that shit, so we out here doing our shit this way. Cause you know what, nigga, we different.
Word. That's shit. You hit the nail on the head right there. Like that was my whole thought process behind it. And shout out to my man Mike Nels. Mike Nelson, he lived down the street from me. He made the beat. You know what I'm saying? Mike made the beat for me, and he played it, and I'm like, yo, this shit is anthemic. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's just crazy. So, I knew I had to do something along that line, but my whole thought process, or rather my inspiration, I like the movie Clockers. Y'all heard of the movie Clockers, right?
Yo, Mike's the movie guy, bro. I just I turned the TV on. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Spike Lee joint. So Mekhi Phifer, a whole bunch of rappers in it. Shit is dope. But yeah, I was watching that movie. I kind of just got the inspiration, like that real raw, gritty, like Spike Lee. Like the visuals kind of match my record. I even chopped up some of the movie just to make like a little preview. And then put my record behind it, and it just fits so perfect. Like, it was dope. Like, just the imagery itself was like my inspiration for the record. Plus, just me and the time that I was in at that moment. I was just going through rough times, and I just wanted to put a little bit of my life in there and just tell motherfuckers like, yo, be different.
Yo, and I mean, like, you were talking about the promo, how you chopped it up. I know that you did that. You did the same thing with the Tommy part in the diss track, and I was like, like that shit made me, like, I was scrolling, I was like, that nigga got him. And then you did the same thing with the Meteor Man bar, and I was like, damn, bro, like this nigga is ready with the promo, like he's like,
yeah. Nah, I love movies. Like, I'm a movie guy, you know what I'm saying? So I watch a shitload of movies. I couldn't even tell you how many. But I love movies, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I have the opportunity to say something slick or witty with a movie, I do it.
Yo, I know that, like, one of my homies, he's a music major out here, and like last year, I think it was either last year or last semester, like one of their final projects for a class is that they had to go and rescore an entire movie just like with whatever music they decided to put in there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, I was about to say, like, yo, would you ever like write a movie? Like, me and Mike talked about this. Like, I don't know when the hell we talked about this shit, but like writing, like, taking music and then writing the entire movie around that music.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh hell yeah, I thought about that so many times, man. So many times. I got a song called "Lost Boys in a War Zone." I want to do a movie surrounding. I wanted to do like a short film surrounding that record. You know what I'm saying? So that was a project that I was supposed to work on last year. I'll probably end up doing it this year, being as I just bought my own camera. So all those little videos that you see, I do those videos myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably something I'm probably gonna be working on this year because I really want to get that shit done. But yeah, Lost Boys in a War Zone, definitely want to make a movie around that record. So yeah, that's something I've been thinking about.
Yo, and then like jumping right back into the song Different, you say that Any Nigga Better Than Me made a sense. Obviously, like, that's a shout, 50 Cent. And then maybe a couple women. I see y'all and y'all winning. Was Cardi the only woman that you were talking about in that situation, since she is from New York?
Yeah, I was talking about Cardi, but it's a lot of different women. That's why I just said women. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them like that are winning out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just in New York, just all over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just all over. Like, when I feel like women are rapping better than the men these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I mean,
so that's pretty much the point I wanted to drive home. Like, yo, you niggas gotta step your game up out here. These ladies ain't playing.
Yo, for us, it's not, I don't want to say it's the opposite effect. It's that, like, whenever we do go out and seek artists and we're just kind of like going through music, it's like, it is hard to find a female rapper at this point, because it's like,
really,
for us, it's just kind of like we find, like, I know we've found a few, and it's like we either reach out to them and then they just like don't say anything, or it's just like they open a message. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm like, oh, all right, well, you know, like, I tried, but like. For us, it's like, to me, it's like, I know that they're there, and I'm like, bro, like, y'all are underrepresented, like, and y'all are coming with some fire ass shit, but y'all just don't I don't want to say they don't promo the right way, but it's just like, it seems like it's a lot harder to get at them, and like, because it's like, once I tap into you, I know that the doors are gonna open for you. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
and it's like, not to say that it's like, oh, you come on Dormville, you blow up off top, like that. Like, that's what's gonna happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? Once we get this shit like a little bit off the ground, a little bit more. But you know,
yeah. And it's just, it's just embracing every opportunity that comes your way, especially as a startup. Like, you don't have no type of clout to just be like, nah, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. Like, nah, like, you have to be able to embrace every opportunity as they come to you. And really, though, I want to say, like, I respect y'all for reaching out to me in the way that y'all did, because not a lot of people even reach out to me for work or to even collaborate and nothing like that. So I really do appreciate y'all, Dormville. And then I also want to say, like, shout outs to y'all. Like I said before, I support all independents. You guys hit me up anytime. Y'all need anything from me. Y'all need drops. Y'all holler at me anytime. Like, I got y'all.
That bit, bro.
Word.
Damn, little yo, this is kind of like unrelated. I ain't gonna lie. I just looked down at my at my notes and I was like, and I think in 5th year you said I'm rooted to booty with chalk. And that shit, bro. Nah, bro, quit laughing.
I just know how hyped you are.
Because like earlier this year, I went and I rewatched Chalk Zone because I was like, bro, this shit was heat as fuck, bro. I was like,
yo,
and
Chalk Zone was the shit. I'm so glad you caught that. Like, that shit goes underappreciated. OD. Like, nobody even know how ill Chalk Zone was.
Bro, look, I'm about to out this nigga right here too.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm about to out you, bro, because like. Weren't you in? You were overseas whenever Chalk Zone was on, huh?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you have a pass, bro. But like, I remember watching that shit, and I was like, bro, you remember Reggie Bullner, bro? And he was like, what? And I was like, nigga,
Whoa.
I was like, my nigga, like, you remember Blue, bro? He's like, what? And I was like, bro, you remember they used to have the little dancing, Queen Rap Sheba? He's like, what? And I was like, damn, nigga.
Yeah, they didn't have Nickelodeon over in the Middle East where I was at.
Oh, damn. The good. So, hey, listen, you can go back and watch it now. They got like an app for that shit, right?
True,
you just go in there and watch all the little 90s shows from Nickelodeon. Yeah. That was the best shit, man. But yeah, I'm glad you caught that bar. OD.
Oh, so can you tell us more about your creative process going into making a new song?
Yeah, just sit down with it for a couple hours. To be honest with you, it takes me a really long time, depending on what the beat is. Like, if I hit a beat and I really like it, it may not take that long. But in most cases, and even if I do like the beat, I might sit with it for 2 hours before I write anything, decide what it is that I'm gonna be talking about, and then for the next 2 to 3 hours, I'll work on like the first 8 bars. And then after 8 bars, I'm like, all right, cool. If I can keep going, I will. But by that time it's already been 5 hours. But if I can keep going, I will. If I can't, then I probably put the pen down. I don't like to force anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Like, I don't like to force anything. So if I can't keep going, I'll probably pick it up another day, 2-3 days from then, a week from then, shit. Sometimes a month from then, and I come right back to it. Like,
yo, and like,
so
with that, like, I know we have like the guys that we work with a lot are like Left Field out. It's a label out in California. Shout out Left Field. And they do like they have their producer. They usually do all the stuff at his house, and so like they go into the back room. And it's just kind of like this big and like chill environment where it's just like people constantly in and out. And so, do you do like studio sessions where it's just like you and your niggas and y'all are just kind of like sitting there all listening, all doing your thing, or is it just like you and you're off work, you're just chilling that day, and you just have the beat going?
Word, I mean, man, I kind of wish it was like that. Like, I love collaborating. Therefore, sometimes I'll have a session with like 4 or 5 people in there, but we'd all be working on a song together, or maybe I need to call on them to do little parts of, in the record for me. But other than that, bro, like, I don't even really got no homies that like, just want to sit in on my session like that. So a majority of the time it's just me and my girl, yo, to be honest with you. I would love to have that kind of environment because I like that kind of workspace where it's just like, a whole bunch of creatives in the room and we can really sit there and conjure up some shit. But, unfortunately, like I said, it don't be like that. A lot of my homies got excuses as to why they can't go nowhere. And then it's just like, all right, well, I guess I'm in here by myself doing my thing, right?
Yo, and then like with the whole like, obviously like, you work a regular job and everything on top of rapping, and so like,
yeah,
do you like how many hours a week or how many hours a day or like how many hours do you try to put into like, all right, well I need to sit down and do music, or is it like, all right, clocked out, time to do this music shit, like one to the next?
Yeah, I always say like, the same 40 hours that you like put into somebody else's work, you should be putting into yourself. You know what I'm saying? I always say that. So no matter if I have a full-time job or a part-time job, I always want to try and dedicate whatever hours that I can toward me.
Right.
So, I may get home 7 o'clock, 8. If I'm not going out to perform or nothing like that, then I got the pen on. The pen work is going. If I can't get nothing, I'm not going to try and force it, but If I can get something, then I take advantage. So, it's just nonstop work. You know what I'm saying? Less sleep, more work. That's literally how my life has been. But I do find the time. Like I get my little 2 days off. I cram everything that I need to do in those 2 days, and then keep it pushing.
Yo, what's I know we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but like, if you were say you like were have to have this like 5-year plan, like at this moment, is it like move, make music, and then do what? Like, what is the 5-year plan or 10-year plan for Prince Roycer at this point?
Right. Right now, I can say that yes, move, make music, but I want to continue to be able to make more money off my music. And so that's one of the goals that I have for 2019 is just being able to monetize a majority of what I've been doing. And that's something that I have not been doing for prior years that I can say that I need to work on this year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I'm working on trying to do. I want to have merchandise out. I got hats on right now. They say they want to be like us. They're really dope hats. I'm trying to get more out and see how they push here in New York. But other than that, I just want to be able to continue to make money off of every business move or any decision that I decide I want to make. And to me, that's life, and just taking life really one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? It's yes, plan ahead. I will say plan ahead, but it's almost arrogant of us to plan ahead when we don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to take any opportunity as it comes to me right now, live in the right now, be happy right now, spend time with my family and my loved ones right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just worry about the rest later because, as people, as human beings, we spend so much time just planning for the future, planning for the future, planning for the future that we don't focus on right now. And then when it's time to go, we don't have anything accomplished.
Bro, facts.
And our concluding question that we ask every artist that comes on here: what's the hardest rap lyric that you've heard?
The hardest rap lyric that I've heard ever?
Yeah.
Damn. I gotta think about that one. Shit. Damn, yo, that didn't come from me? Yo, no, shit, it had to be, if it was gonna be anything, it had to be something from Jay-Z, or if it wasn't something from Jay-Z, it was like, it might have been Elzai. It might have been like, oh shit, my fault, y'all. It might have been Elzai or like, shit. I don't even know, bro. That's a crazy question. That's a hard question. Or Lupe. Lupe got some nice ones that I like too. Lupe got some nice ones. Oh, boom, boom. I got one. Okay, bam. And it's from Lupe. Y'all know this one. It's so it seems that I'm sewing jeans and 1st and 15 is just a damn. It's just a sewing machine. So I cut the pattern and then I sew it seams and publicly I'm shit, I fucked up. But yeah, that line right there, that shit was hard. Like just the play off of words. Yeah, man, that was my shit, yo. Shout out to Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, and all right, where can we find your music? Where can we find you on social media? And where can we find your merch, like once it drops?
Oh, okay, well, the merch, once it drops, I'm going to have a link. I don't even have, like, any of that stuff done yet. I'm really just waiting on the merchandise, the rest of the merchandise to come in.
Right.
And when it comes in, I'll definitely shoot you guys the link. But you can find my music on Spotify under Prince Wiser. So that's PRINCE space Wiser, WISER. Or you can find me Prince Wiser on SoundCloud. You can find me Audio Mac Prince Wiser. My Twitter is Prince Wiser YNP. And my Instagram is Prince Wiser Official, all one word.
Bet. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. This was fun, yo.
Yo, thanks for making it to the end of the video, you guys. We just want to say a special thank you to Prince. We want to say a special thank you for everyone that's been watching, everyone that's been showing us support, love, and all of that. Yo, Spotify and Apple are up now. This episode and the Buka episode will be out.